Hello? Hello? Hello, everybody. Hello. It's been a while since I did a stream with my microphone on. So this is where we actually last left off. Inside this dark, dank little pit that had zombies in it when I was a child, but now that I'm an adult and I've killed the zombies, they're gone. The re-dead are gone. So there's nothing in here, so I just kind of like to hang out in here. You know, Link likes to hang out in here. Well, we got a quest to do. So, hello everybody. Gosh, okay. So where did we leave off? Last time I streamed this was like 2 weeks ago. Shit. And I'm now an adult, and fuck, I didn't mean to do that. I have to go. Oh wait, what? Oh, I learned the Song of Storms last time. Okay. What do I have to do? I have to go to the graveyard. I feel like there was something I was gonna do before that though. No, we'll do that after. Okay. So I was running around while I was watching Sean's stream, just like getting rupees and pieces of heart and stuff, but I think I only found one piece of heart. So y'all haven't missed much since last time I played on stream. Hey! Listen! Should we believe what Sheik said and go to Kakariko Village? We're already here, Navi. Already here. So the first thing I gotta do is go to the graveyard, which is now full of monsters. Oh wait, I got this last time I played too, right? There's a piece of heart here. Yeah. The Ocarina of Time is about an ocarina that has the power to change time. Yeah! What happened last time was we collected 3 spiritual stones, which opened the sacred realm in the Temple of Time. But we let Ganondorf in. Oops! So Ganondorf has the power of the sacred realm, and in order to train and become stronger to defeat him, we stayed in the Chamber of Time, I think it was called. Chamber of the Sages. Oh, hey Pete. Pete, you're here for my stream, but I didn't see you once in Sean's. We are... God, I can't think. We are, so we have to collect all the sages, so that we'll have the power to enter Ganondorf's castle and then set things right, and then we'll go back in time, and they'll be able to stop him then too. It may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Oh, the first thing we have to do though is go to the Kakariko village and investigate the Gravekeeper Dampe. Look, he's dead. In our last stream, he dug up a piece of heart for us, but now he's dead, but he challenges us to a race, so let's go. I hate this part. Like, it's cool, it's interesting, but I just want to like walk around in this giant labyrinth, but you're timed and like you gotta keep on them and oh shit. Okay, so I can run into a couple of fireballs before it becomes an issue. Yeah. This one's cruel because it's, yeah, like blind corner right there. Ah, that too. Gosh dang. Whitberg is hosting me. I went the wrong way. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it up there. Oh no. Tick, 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 tock, tick, tick. Yeah. I made it. We're good. We're Gucci. The time of this race was 1 minute 10 seconds. Young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the hook shot.
Come on, baby, let's play. I'm
Thank you, Pwned Duck. God, I love that. I am Batmaster. What does that mean? He throws bats at people. Did y'all know that? Dimitri from he's like the Ryu of Darkstalkers, Vampire Savior, but Dimitri throws bats instead of fireballs, and the bats bite people. It's such a weird game. So this is the hook shot. Yeah. The funny thing about the hook shot is it's this dead man's treasure, and he gives it to you in a race. But then when you get to the water temple, you just get the long shot, which is a better hook shot. It's the hook shot, but it's just better in every way. Wait, this isn't right, hold on. But okay, I got it. So that's a new mechanic. We have the Song of Time, and it lets you warp those big time blocks. And I think this is the first time you see one of those. And we're here! And there's a piece of heart there. And if I miss this jump, I gotta go through the whole labyrinth again.
Come on, baby, let's play. I'm
Thank you, Robonnet. Robbonnet. Robo in it. Robbo in it? Is that it? Did I figure it out? Enjoy your nap. Penelope. I already got the song. Okay, so we got the hook shot. Ow. Which means that we can go to the forest temple, which is really like all we can do right now. I mean, I could go to like... I have an idea. I could go to the Lake Hylia as well. There's some things there I think I can get with the hook shot. It is so sad, like, just what happened? I mean, I know what happened, Ganondorf, but still. What happened at Nintendo where they were like, alright, let's just make everything awful when you're an adult. I mean, I guess, yeah, maybe that's it. It's just preparing you for the harsh reality of growing up. Like when you go to the graveyard to visit your dead friend Dampé and the souls of the dead attack you and you can't aim because you forget about L targeting. Those are just adult problems. Sean and Jen is now auto-hosting you for up to 64 viewers! I had to turn off my auto-host notification because it was too annoying. That's right, if you use Z targeting, they disappear. Oh well. Wait, did I get this as a kid? I think I did, with the boomerang. God dang it. Ow. That notification is still there if someone manually hosts me though, so that'll be fun. Everything has those newfangled auto hosts these days. Yeah, I do appreciate the Skeletolas. I mean, that's kind of terrifying, really. Like, first of all, your sole existence is to maintain a curse on an entire family, and all you get to do is spin around in circles for years and years on end. Kind of feel bad for the gold Skeletolas. Ah. Yeah, I can't wait for Jen to stream this. This is gonna be so good. I'm gonna be in chat, like, screaming, go here next, no, go there next. Even though I don't even know what I'm doing. I've played this game a million times. Okay, so now we're going to rescue Epona. I guess we're rescuing Malon? Marin? Malin? I can't remember. It's Marin in one game and Malon in this game, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go rescue. And Epona. And Mario. Yeah, Malon Usk. Musk. Malon. Marin. Karen. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Link's Awakening. Link's Awakening was my first Zelda game. I think most, like, hardcore Zelda fans, like, grew up on A Link to the Past, or... What are you doing in here, Ingo? Sleeping face down. With no pillow. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, chickens. Look at all those chickens. So, Lon Lon Ranch has fallen into despair as Ganondorf came in and made this jerk Ingo, the farmhand, responsible for everything, instead of Talon, who is way better. I sing this song. Wait, what? Please don't tell him. Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me... Because I'm not recognizable enough, as I've been wearing the same tunic since I was 7, let me play your song. So you recognize me? Hey, I remember, because she called me a rather crude thing. Fairy boy from the forest. You can't just call people that. I don't care if you grew up on a farm. Epona really liked that song. Only I could tame that horse. Even Mr. Ingo had a hard time. So, I gotta come back here during the day? Pokemon Let's Go follow behind you. I have not. I've only seen, I think Jen put out a screenshot of all the Pokemon on each other's backs, and it looks great. Oh, that's amazing. Why do you think Electrode's speed stat is so high? He can just roll everywhere. Alright, Ingo. Time to take you down. Don't be ridiculous. Ganondorf cheated him out of the race. Or the ranch. Too late. It's It's a meritocracy. That's why he gave him the ranch. I will raise a fine horse to win recognition from the great Ganondorf. This dude might as well be wearing like a Make Hyrule Great Again. Yeah. No. Alright, so like... there's a trick to this. I just noticed that in that art, Navi is red. Like Navi is angry in the artwork on the right side. When you wanted it, huh? How do I challenge him to a race? I think I have to do this twice. Yeah. Blood-soaked Navi. Yeah, alright. I'm done. And then you go in again. And he's like, wow, I'll race you. It's very similar to the Super Mario 64 slider, and I'm pretty sure this game uses the same sound font as that game, and also it's the same composer, Koji Kondo. And like, this music is definitely, if you've ever watched a Peanut Butter Gamer video, you've probably seen or heard this music at some point. How about a little race with me? That's not like throwing shade, by the way. That's... I would put this music in a video. He cheats! He cheats! He's a fucking cheater! He's a cheater! So this race is like not hard, but it's not easy either. Something on the outside. Keeps muscling me out. Yeah. Alright, well he won this time, but thankfully I have plenty of rupees. Twilight Princess is so good. I love Twilight Princess. I was thinking last night, like, after I finish this, will I start Twilight Princess? But then I was like, Twilight Princess is 3 times as long as this game. Seriously, like, you could finish this game in probably 12 hours. Twilight Princess is like, on a first playthrough, probably 40 something hours. The game is so long. We did it! It did get a bad rep too. I think a lot of that was just like Zelda fatigue. Same way as Skyward Sword. I never even played Skyward Sword, but I heard it was pretty good, but it has that reputation of being like the worst. I feel similarly about Wind Waker's Oceans, that people feel about the sky. And Skyward Sword. It's kind of big and empty, but it's still a really good game. Okay, come on. Don't do this to me, game, please. People are watching. Please let me beat Evil Luigi. No! It's too fast! Okay. Fuck you. I will beat your brains in, boy. Let me... So I have to beat him twice in a row? Yeah, focus. He's so shitty to his horse too, look at him. I mean, Link's not great, but... Welcome to stream. I just gotta do it again. This character has like personality that most NPCs in Zelda didn't get until like Wind Waker, I'd say. Oh, he's doing it again. Am I just gonna like lose this for like 3 hours? That's the whole stream. Fuck off! High stakes. This is the content. So you just have to get in front of him at the very start and you're fine. Because if he gets in front of you, then you bump him and you lose all your speed. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, thank you for that strategy. Ah. Is that Epona? How did you tame that wild horse right under my nose? Oh my god, get owned, P.
Evil Luigi is a cheater and I hate him.
Get owned, P. Devilfish is the new Turok. Ah! What's happening is that Devilfish is now Turok. How did you tame that wild horse right under my nose? I was going to present that horse to the great Ganondorf, but I bet on the horse. I bet on the race and lost. I was there. You don't have to tell me. As I promised, I'll give you the horse. That's not what he said, but... However, I'll never let you leave this ranch. I left the ranch. I did get stuck there for a very long time as a kid. I'd rather not talk about that. Also, to become the official Turok of the stream, you have to donate $10, but if you don't want to donate $10, you can still call yourself Turok, that's fine.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh
Thank
no!
you.
Oh no! No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Luxrixum, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Alright, so we have Epona now, but now that we have Epona, let's go to the forest, where you can't use Epona. Oh, hey, it's a big Poe. Shame we don't have the thing. Brooks alerts are a trip. That's cause I made them all. Hey, big Poe. I don't have a bow and arrow, so I can't get you. But I will soon. Very soon. Oh no. Isn't that the worst when you have like a video open in a different tab that you forgot about? And you're like, why is this stream or this thing I'm trying to listen to so weird? What's going on? And then you just realize it's in the background of your computer. So something's wrong with Kokiri Forest. All the Kokiris are gone. I mean, it's not a surprise, but... Hello, Comfy Witch. Okay, they're alive. They're just indoors. More meanies. That's a shame, kid. I can't get your rupee. I'm trying to steal, and the game won't let me. An evil wind is blowing from the direction of the forest temple. Saria left saying, I have to do something about it. The forest temple is located in the sacred forest meadow in the far side of the lost woods. Okay. Ah! Hello! Fun nuts. Speaking of, I should just equip those while I'm here. Oh, I see a Skulltula. Skulltula. It took me forever to realize that that was like Skull Tarantula. Oh god, okay, aiming is tough. Aiming is a little tough. Which is weird, because they're web weaving spiders? Tarantulas don't weave webs, do they? I don't know, I'm not a arachno specialist. Did y'all know that Tails' name is Miles per hour, and it means miles per hour? There's rubies up there. How do you get there? I think with the Scarecrow song. Oh, so something's different. What are you doing here? Oh, no, please don't hurt me. We were friends once. Skull Kid. They don't like grown-ups. Which is weird, because this teenage boy has stayed the same age for 7 years. He seems fine with him. Bye! He's not moving. He's sleeping. Did I put the Deku seed here? No, I did not. they will also attack. Yep, they're attacking right now as we speak. So rude. Nobody recognizes their old pal. Cruds. See, Mido doesn't recognize me. Kokirish. You can't fool me. Okay, well, what if I know Saria? That's how I greet everyone. No, I don't want to. Do you want to? Yeah, actually, why not? I wonder what's going on in the forest right now. I'm worried about Saria. Yeah, me too. Oh yeah. I love the way that Navi asks too, like, oh, so then did you want to talk to me? I trust you. You played the song that plays in this forest at 24/7.
No! What am I fighting for?
Thank
Got
you.
any up, dog?
Thank you, Robbo, in it. It's a very powerful sex number. Oh, I hear a chugga chugga chugga. Where is it? It's up there. How do I get up there? Wait. Okay, aiming is so tough. No. What the heck? There's so many things in this game that I do not know about. Like, I've never once collected all of the Skull Kid, or Skulltulas. My brother tried when we were like really little, and he gave up, and he like never gave up on any. The only N64 games I ever saw him give up on were collecting all the gold Skulltulas and beating the final boss of Donkey Kong 64, because fuck that game. I can't believe he even got to the final boss, if I'm being completely honest. When I was a kid, I would give up on every single video game. Okay, no, gimme, there we go. Like, if I couldn't save whenever I wanted, or like, okay, wait, I gotta listen for her music. What the fuck? They're all the same. They're all the same. We're in. I think it's this one. Yes. Oh shoot. I never got the Scarecrow song. So we're gonna have to go through all the moblins. Why is there a meme on hating Navi? Because she goes, hey, listen. Same way that when people play Yoshi's Island and they hear Mario crying, they think I want to kill the baby instead of, oh gosh, there's a baby crying, I should do something to help. Not to, alright, that one, I'm sorry, I'm like sidetracking. People hate Navi because she says to listen to her. I don't like that. No one tells me what to do. But, not me, literally me, the character in this situation. Anyways, but the thing with the the Mario and Yoshi's Island is like, if Mario is crying, it's because you got hit. So if you don't want Mario to cry, don't get hit. Like it's supposed to be grating because it's a baby's cry. Like, let the baby get hurt. You failed the baby. But yeah, Navi too is just, she helps. She only ever gives helpful advice, or, I mean, I guess right now I'm teasing that she keeps talking about Surya while I'm in the forest looking for Surya, but I'm also just being a butt. I love these moblins. They scared me so much as a kid though. Why am I not? My strafe is all weird. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, see, he like goes... He's in a weird angle. Good luck, Pepperfish. Sean is Navi. And Sean has very useful things to say. It would be nice if, I mean, I love fairies, don't get me wrong. I love the whole fairy aesthetic. But if instead of a fairy, you had a floating angry skull with sunglasses, that would be pretty good. Y'all ready for the boss fight? Look at this guy. He's ready to fuck shit up. Okay. He fucked shit up. If he hits you once, it sends you all the way back. This dude is huge! He's so big! Okay, so those are the only moblins, iconic Legend of Zelda enemies in the entire game. I guess it was just too hard to program them as regular enemies, so they appear there and only there. You even see them in the artwork on the right. See, there's moblins, Lizalfos, and Stalfos all fighting together, but nope. Only ever see him here. I always thought that was so weird too, because like I said, the first Zelda game I played, also hi Sheik, the first Zelda game I played was Link's Awakening, and you see moblins everywhere. They're like the most common enemy in that game. You know, because it's based off of the original Zeldas and stuff, but yes, Sheik is a ninja. Cool ass, gender bent ninja. Minuet of Forest. What the heck? Wait, hold on, game. Hold on. Wait, hold on. This isn't 3 notes followed by the same 3 repeating notes. This is like a song or something. I love the Minuet of Forest. I want all of these to be like full compositions. That'd be so cool. That'd be me being a huge nerd, but whatever. So this is the part where if you're playing this as a kid and you're really impatient, you get here, but you don't go get the hook shot first, and you can't get up here. Excuse me, I was drinking Dr. Pepper, now I'm gonna burp. Excuse me. But thankfully the menu at the forest lets you teleport to that pad right there. So you can just teleport back here. And this game is really nice. It is. It's a very pleasant game. Except these wolves. I gotta get that sound. Oh, the Forest Temple has such good music. A3. What am I gonna do? Oh wow, those are a lot easier now. Something that's cool about this game, in the style of like the older Zeldas, is like all of your weapons do different things to different enemies. So like it's really useful to just be switching between them all and equipping and using different items and weapons, especially like the hook shot. Whereas in other games, like later games, maybe the hook shot just like stuns them or it steals an item or something. In this game, you can just straight up kill a lot of enemies with the hook shot. You like need to some enemies. I don't know. I just think it's cool. Like I like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker and stuff, but those games will do more the you get the item in this dungeon and you use that item throughout the dungeon. Ow. I love Doom. I love all the Dooms. Doom 1, 2, 3, maybe Final Doom. Doom 2016, really good. You know what? This is a bit controversial, I'm sure, because it was a really good game, but Doom 2016, the patched in arcade mode is better than just playing through the campaign IMO. Like, they cut out all the weapon upgrades and the searching the map for the collectibles and stuff, and it's just you get to run through and play the action-y game. And yeah, in Twilight Princess, like the dungeons are all made very specifically for the items you get in them, and then those items become less useful outside the dungeon. Outside of like there's like very distinct areas in the much larger overworld in Twilight Princess that are like, this is a gear spinner puzzle in this area, and it's like it doesn't blend in at all. It's just like, we added this item, so you might as well use it while you're here. I don't know, it's weird, but it is a really good game. It's kind of like the antithesis of Breath of the Wild, where it's like here's an obstacle. You have your toolkit. It's the same toolkit you've always had. Get through the obstacle, and you can just go about it in any way you want. Which I think is really cool. Everyone should play Breath of the Wild. It's a really fun game. You could probably get a Wii U for real cheap, too. People probably just hand them out. Hello, I'd like one Wii U, please. What am I doing? Aw, sorry about the stream freezing, but good night. Yes, Breath of the Wild is on the Wii U. It was originally a Wii U title. And then they were like, well, we're taking forever to make this, so they put it on the Switch too. And honestly, I played the Wii U version, and I've played the Switch version very briefly. The Switch version is better, but the Wii U version is still, like, the same game. It's just maybe slightly lower frame rate in some areas. Like, that's the only comparison. Even the motion control stuff, like a few of the puzzles are motion controlled, are exactly the same using the Wii U pad as they would be with the Switch. Like, it's surprisingly good. You heard the Wii U version runs loads faster. That would be a surprise to me, because it did, like, it would frequently get frame drops. So unless those were just present on the Switch version as well. Then again, my Wii U maybe was just neglected and like tired and weak from having never been played. I don't know why I came up here. I don't have a small key or a bone or That's okay. Excuse me. So the dungeons get a little more tricky when you're an adult in this game. They're definitely longer. Don't wanna go that way yet. This is... Oh, this is locked, okay. Excuse you! And there's a lot more combat when you get older. More intense sword fights. Hello, welcome to stream. I got a key. Hello. Welcome, and I'm glad you made it. What is that spider? Where is it? I hear spider. Oh wait, I think I know where it is. Oh my god, it's suddenly like 10 degrees hotter in my room than it was. So I'm gonna turn my air conditioning on. I hope it's not loud, I'm sorry. There we go. Beep! You! I will vanquish this curse of spiders. I can't open that. I don't know. The bow. I need the bow and arrow. Wait. I mean, I did the same thing as a kid, but then I went back and played it like a couple months later. And I just kept doing that until I finally finished the game at the age of 13. Okay. Okay, so this is kind of funny. I haven't done a microphone stream in a while, but I've been doing streams without a microphone, just playing a game with like a bunch of filters, maybe it look like it's a CRT or something. And I finished Mega Man Legends last night, which was like the 3D explorative Mega Man game that came out actually before this one, Ocarina of Time. And I loved that game, and I still do. But there's a particular like hallway in the sewers. I'm not gonna be able to hit this one. That reminds me of a hallway in this game, in this ruins, that we're going to see in just a little bit. Aha, tricked you. As soon as I lower the water level. I don't know why. They don't even like look all that similar, but it's just like a small, long corridor that has flowing water on one side, and you go down it and you go across it and you come back up it and end up somewhere else. Both of the corridors act similarly, but they like look very differently. I don't know why. I've just always equated them in my head. Which door did I come in? No. Gosh dang it. You must perish. So those are like, we'll be seeing a lot of these things now. These hook shot points. They're like a little thing that the hook can like latch onto, but I always saw them as like a sleepy looking eyeball surrounded by a circle. I don't know why. I realized like when I played this game much later, and had an HD TV that I was playing the old N64 version on, that I could see the texture was like a little thing, a little loop that the hookshot like latches onto. That's a scarecrow point. Did not make it. Oh, they do. That's popcorn. It's just like, it was kettle corn, and it just kind of got gross and moldy because it's been sitting in an Octorok's stomach. Right, there's like one pixel I can hit that will actually let me get up there. No. Other side of the chest? Oh, please. I want the skull to load. My control stick is so sensitive. Why? Please? Okay. Yeah! Speedrun strats. Let's get 100 Skulltula percent. I think it's just a Skulltula and a rupee. A heart. It's a recovery heart. Alright, it's... Am I in the wrong room? I thought you go down the other side. It's down here is the like sewer tunnel I was talking about that reminds me of Mega Man Legends for some reason. This hallway reminds me of the sewers in Mega Man Legends. There's just one, like if you, in the center of town, if you go down it, it leads you into the ruins. That's it, this is it, this is the whole point of this, the entire point of the whole game. I'm streaming it just to show this one hallway, and that's it. Moving on. No, it's not true. We have keys. So what's cool is what I did when I first got here, I went to the wrong part of the dungeon where I needed a key to advance. But you can get all the way to that point where you need the key. Which is cool, because you can like explore the place and you have to like figure out where to go first and where to go next, instead of just having like a basically like a line drawn through the dungeon showing you where to go from the start. It's linear, but it's open, which I think is really cool dungeon design compared to say Zelda 1, where the dungeon is just a giant like almost open world design where things are random and you can get through and kill the boss without ever finding the item in the dungeon, or like it's maybe less designed and more slapdash. Like I think Ocarina of Time does a really good job of being the middle point of early Zelda design philosophy and later but still pre-Breath of the Wild design philosophy. And you definitely see it in like the water temple, which I think a lot of people complain about, but I think that's a really interesting and definitely difficult dungeon. Now I'm confused. Talking about how well laid out these levels are, getting confused. But that's like the point, is it's not supposed to be like an amusement park ride through Legend of Zelda World. It's supposed to be a temple that challenges you, and when you reach the end, you know, it's an accomplishment, not expected. But that's just my take. Hello, Glumbaron. Welcome to stream. And like along the way too, there's so many secrets and twists, and there are still areas and dungeons in this game that are just like dead ends with maybe like a chest with rupees or something that is very reminiscent of old Legend of Zelda 1 dungeons where you just go down this set of rooms and all you end up getting is, you know, some rupees and maybe the enemies drop some bombs or something. And it's not like maybe the most cleverly designed, but there's an element to it that's like really natural and interesting. And yes, we are in the forest temple. So if you stay in this room for too long, you just stand still, the wall master comes down and tries to grab you. But I ain't about to let that happen. I cannot, unfortunately, interact with those posters or pictures yet. So this room is above the room where we fought the first Stalfos, but if the Stalfos walk over the pit, they're fine. If I walk over it, I fall down. He will literally float over. I'm trying to get him to go there. He will float over the hole in the ground, and he will not fall down. Getting really hurt. Yeah, see, he just floats. Thanks for filling the hole in the ground. But it had more Stolfos. Lock on! Oh shoot. Keep forgetting to hold my shield button. Thankfully, we have enslaved fairies. Trapped in bottles. This is 100% the original Dark Souls, yes. The Dark Souls of Zelda. You can see the chest is kind of like floating a little bit above this moving platform. It's a little awkward looking. It's the fairy bow. It is a very cute bow and arrow, I will say. The fairy bow. And then when you equip it... What's your one gripe? I'm curious. Because I like gripes. I think gripes are good. They contribute to discussions. And when people discuss things, things get better. So give me the gripes. Also, which way did I come in from? I have to go back either way. I think this is advancing. Yeah, it is definitely, smaller as far as Zelda games go. I think that the dungeons do a good job of being, like fleshed out, large areas that you get to explore for a long time, and there's reason to go back to the dungeons for the Skulltulas and the items you get. But as far as Zelda games go, this is like one of the smaller worlds. I was talking earlier about how Twilight Princess is a really long game. I said that was like kind of a bad thing for me to stream it, but I think it, the fact that it's a long game is just testament to how big and full and rich the world in that game is. And two, I think, honestly, Hyrule Field is probably my least favorite area in this whole game because it is really big, but it's really empty. There's like 4 holes that you can fall down in, maybe a couple more that I don't even know about. 2 of them have a Skulltula, 2 of them have like a cow or something. There's the bunny hood running man guy. There's in the center there's Lon Lon Ranch, kind of considered part of Hyrule Field, but it's still its own area. And then the big pose. That's about it. That's all there is to Hyrule Field. Like other areas in the game are smaller but have more things packed into them. That having been said though, I'm going to blaspheme and say that I still prefer the world to this game, or the world in this game to Majora's Mask. I think Majora's Mask world feels like the center part of the world, Termina, and the Clock Town, I think feel like really not empty, but just weird, and I don't like the atmosphere. And then mainly Termina. Termina Field feels like a really, it feels very video gamey. I don't know how to describe it. Like it's just a big hub, and that's its sole purpose. And Clock Town is a little more interesting, but it still feels very hub worldy. I'm also just not a huge Majora's Mask, but that's just me. I'm also I don't really like the Great Ocean in Wind Waker. I think it's also kind of empty and a chore to navigate, but the little islands in it are really interesting. Usually, a lot of them are just big reef things with ship fights that are really boring. Come on! Welcome back, Devilfish. I watched my brother finish Majora's Mask when it first came out. It was such bullshit. Like, we both wanted to play it, but there's only 2 save files on a thing. So my brother was like, I'm gonna use both of those save files. I almost just doxed myself. I, dog strong, can't use the other save file. But I was like, but I really want to play it. And so my parents went out of their way and they bought me my own copy of it, which was great, bless them. But I ended up hating the game and it just sat on my shelf, so I felt really bad for like 6 months. And I'm going backwards. Nah, he was just being an older brother. I mean, he was like 11 when it came out, so you gotta protect your stuff from your little brother who wouldn't have done anything. Although that's not true. One time I deleted his save file in something, but he was being a jerk. Yeah, children are a dangerous mix of naive and cruel. But I think so are a lot of adults, unfortunately. There's another wall master in here. I'm trying to remember if there's anything I need in this room. I just come back later. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, I don't have a key. Blast Core, I love that game. That sucks though. Yeah, any game that needed a memory card, I didn't get to play, or I didn't get to have a save file in, because my brother had the memory card. But then we got a PlayStation 1, and I was the only one with a memory card in that, but you needed a memory card for every game, so my brother got his own memory card. So what the fuck? It's fine, I would just put the cheats in and go to the last level of Turok anyways. Alright, where am I missing a key? Yes, I agree. Psyche. I think Ocarina of Time is by far the creepier game. Like, Majora's Mask is a world that's on the brink of dying in a great catastrophe. Ocarina of Time, the second half takes place in a world that has died to a great catastrophe. And you're just going around. It's worse for everybody outside of Kakariko Village. The Zoras are all frozen and gone. The Gorons are all locked up in a volcano in Death Mountain. The Kokiri are terrorized by forest monsters, and who else is in this game? Gerudo? I guess the Gerudo are doing alright. Gerudo. I always said Gerudo, but that's totally wrong. It's Gerudo. Gerudo. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Okay. I got the bow. I can shoot the things now. Yeah, that part's really... I didn't bring that up because I haven't gotten that part yet, but all of the Shadow Temple stuff is very disturbing when you're a kid. It implies, too, that when you go in the Shadow Temple, that Hyrule has a bloody history when it was functioning as, you know, a kingdom. Like, when things were going correct, it already had a bloody history. So, no other Zelda game really implies that. Box key. Even worse than Shadow Temple, and again, I don't know if I want to spoil it because we're not there yet, but the bottom of the well, I'll just leave it at that. This game is fucking terrifying. When I played this game, I finished it at the age of 13, but like we got it when I was like 8. And I finished the GameCube version, which is the version I'm playing right now. I was like, what, 13 or something? And I got to the bottom of the well, and it was like legit too scary for me to play. And I set the game down and I came back to it at the light of day. Like, it was freaky. It's a freaky area. This game is so good, though. Like, there's definitely more loss and like sadness in Majora's Mask, but this game is the darker, scarier game. For sure. Get owned. Get owned. I like this temple a lot. I like that it's a forest temple, but it's not like, you know, it's not just your generic, like, in the woods, trees, and plant monsters and spiders and stuff. Like, it's this abandoned castle that's been overrun, and it's full of ghosts and spirits. Like, it's a really interesting setting for, you know, a forest temple. And it works because they give you your generic forest setting in the kid temples when you go into the Deku Tree and it's inside a tree and you're, you know, fighting spiders and stuff. Like, it's everything that you get out of your average forest level. So I think that's what's really cool. I think that's really cool about this game. Although the fire temples, they just go from fiery cave to more fiery cave. Although the fire temples still, all the temples are cool because they're temples. They're not just dungeons. Like they some weird ancient secrets to them instead of just a location that you have to traverse to find the treasure. Like corrupted places of worship. I think the Spirit Temple is really cool. That's an area that I think most people probably never even got to, like most casual players, and nobody ever talks about it. The Forest Temple, or not, the Spirit Temple, the last one in the game, is a really cool place. Out in the desert, and it has the giant, like evil goddess statue, and a lot of interesting puzzles and stuff, and the way that you go there as a kid first and then come back as an adult and do the other side of the temple, but you see certain areas that match up. I think it's just a cool place. It's cool, it's all cool. Alright, how do I... Do I have to untwist this? God damn it. See, I played this game like a billion times and I still get confused. The mining facility in Skyward Sword. I have not played Skyward Sword. Is that where you get all the bomb rocks that you roll around? That's all I know about Skyward Sword. Is you roll a lot of bomb rocks. No, it is not. Okay. Is there's a mine in Twilight Princess, isn't there? With the Goron mine? I'm trying to remember more of it, but all I can remember is there's a part where you have a shootout with a bunch of bokoblins. Or whatever they're called in that game. That was another... Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna ramble the entire stream. Another really cool thing about Twilight Princess was the whole, like, the secondary antagonists that you keep encountering throughout the game, like the bokoblin leader or whatever, and they just keep showing up in different dungeons, but also you get those big showdowns outside of the dungeons, like on Elden Bridge, and the final showdown with them in, excuse me, I burped from the Dr. Pepper, but the final showdown where you fight them in the desert. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? The first time I did that desert raid section of Twilight Princess, I had the Zora's tunic equipped because I thought it looked really cool and I didn't see a reason to switch off of it. But little did I know, it has reduced resistance to fire attacks, and every bokoblin bowman in the desert camp has a flaming bow and arrow. So I kept dying like over and over and over, like my health would just disappear in like one shot, and I was like, what is going on? It's just me being dumb. So this is I think this is a cool puzzle. Shit! So like, what, is this a pool of blood? The heck? Ornate chandelier and staircase in the lake bed temple. The rest of that temple is just a scary water cave. Yeah, that was a cool temple too. I liked that one a lot. It's great because it's just as long and confusing and has the same gimmick as the Ocarina of Time water temple. And I think that's amazing. The balls that Nintendo had to be like, you know, people, they didn't like Wind Waker. They said it was too kiddie. They always talk about Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. They want a dark game. Well, if you want Ocarina of Time, we'll give you Ocarina of Time. And then they just like remade the water temple times 10. Wait, where am I going? What am I doing? What am I doing? That straightened out the hallway, right? So then I can drop down in the last room. Yes. And then just a weird chessboard room out of nowhere. But what's this? What's all this? Uh-oh, that looks dangerous. And you can leave through this door, but I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, that just takes you back out. Oh yeah, the Sky City in Twilight Princess was really cool. Sorry, I'm stretching. Be sure to stretch if you're sitting in your desk or at your desk in your chair for a long period of time. Watch out, the ceiling is falling down! It's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. Ow, you. Couldn't find a way back up to the sky. I think you just take the cannon back out. And yeah, I was gonna comment on the 2 hook shots in Twilight Princess earlier, because I was saying you get the hook shot in this game and it's Dampé's treasure, but then you replace it with the long shot. And in Twilight Princess you get 2 hook shots again, but you don't replace it, you just combine them. Why didn't Link do that in this game? He just throws away Dampé's hook shot. So rude. So rude. Oh, I went too far. Getting this weird deja vu. I think I actually streamed this game like, God, 5 years ago maybe, to some friends, and I got stuck on this puzzle for a long time because I kept fucking up. But yes, it's actually easiest if you get it on the first try, because when it resets the puzzle, it rotates all the blocks and it becomes like progressively harder and harder to rearrange them. So your best bet is to just leave the room and come back in and start it over. These 3 Pose sisters are really annoying to fight, but the 4th one is actually a really interesting fight. Oh, I probably should have read all their names. Amy. Amy. Her name is Amy. Oh, the Arbitor's Ground was really cool. Yeah, Twilight Princess was just, let's take all the things people remember from Ocarina of Time and put them in a new game. Or a pose that you chase through a dungeon? Sure, why not? Where are we now? Aww. She's crying because we've killed all her sisters. You trained a Chandelure and named it Meg after one of these ghosts? Oh, that's cute. Look at her though. She's so sad. Why did we have to come to this violence, this meaningless violence? Please put down your torch. We can end this peacefully. So she spins when they first separate. That's the only way you can tell them apart. So. Okay, so she's this one. Meg. Yeah, like, what is the history here? This game needs, like, Dark Souls item descriptions. The candelabra of Meg the ghost. Meg and her sisters ruled over the forest temple for eons before the forming of the great triangles that drove the wedge between the spirits and the material realm. Get on it, Nintendo. I'm on top of the elevator. I don't think you can ever get back up on top of here. So let's just cherish this for a moment.
Oh no! 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 Oh no!
Okay, I'm back. I hope we all enjoyed our time on top of the elevator platform. His voice makes you sleepy and the games he plays are boring. Wow. I'm tattling. I'm gonna tell Sean. I love Sean. He's just a great. I like when he plays open-ended games like No Man's Sky. Or when he played Metal Gear Solid. I want them to play Metal Gear Solid, the original, that'd be so good. But that game is fucking obtuse. This is another neat little puzzle. Oh no, he didn't steal it. I literally yelled at him to play Metal Gear Solid 5 on the stream. I think the same happened with him talking to Brooke about Hitman, and they were like, just play it on stream, so he did. Treasure chest. It's an arrow. Contradiction. That game is so bizarre. I gotta be honest, I don't remember anything about the game, I just remember their reactions to it. Oh, I did this. Would it mean anything to you? He's so good. Okay. We all ready? We're gonna walk in and have a very intense boss fight right here. No, it's just a wall. Staircase. And an art gallery? I think this is probably my favorite boss in the whole game. Because this is so moody. And like... it's just a cool looking boss. Very interesting. Has nothing to do with a forest. Alright, where are you? Where are you, boss? Where are you? Come on out. Hello, 8DX man gamer. I guess the boss isn't here, so let's just leave. A flat sprite. Wait, where the hell did Ganon? Oh, god damn it, I hate when this happens. Wait, something's not right. Ghost Rider. Wait, no, Phantom Ganon. So I think this was the original Phantom Ganon, and then there was a Phantom Ganon in Wind Waker, and that just became the de facto Phantom Ganon. The Wind Waker one, which this one is. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Way more sinister. Ah! You tricked me. Yeah, that's right. It's this one. Nope. Yes, okay. It's not that one. It's this one. No! Ah! Shit! Gotta use your ears. Yeah, there he is. No, no, that's not him. Oh, I still got him! Oh, okay, he's off his horse. Sorry, I'm getting very excited. Oh, oops. Okay. Okay, so it is a ghost. It's an evil ghost in the forest temple. He comes out of one of these pictures. Answer his magic attack with an attack of your own. Okay. Shit, I missed. Look at how casually he just like floats around. Oh, Thank you, fairy. As I was saying, look how casually he just floats around. Take this. What? Missed. The criteria for me being revived is that I have fairies in bottles, and now I no longer have any fairies in a bottle. But I have a bottle of milk left, so I can drink the milk to heal myself. I just have to not die. So bad at this. So this mechanic to fighting Phantom Ganon is the same one that they use in, I think, just basically every time there's a Phantom Ganon in the series. And I'm so bad! He just throws balls at you and you gotta hit his balls back, and he hits them back, and he's just a jerk. And then the last fight against Ganondorf, oh my god. I just want to take a second and apologize to everyone here for being really bad at video games. Lock on! Why won't I? Sorry. But the last fight with Ganondorf, he does the same exact thing. Only you have to like jump over a pit just to reach it. Oh yeah, Aghanim does it. A Link to the Past is so odd because it sets up a lot of things that appear in this game, but the way that this game does those things is what's remembered. A Link to the Past just has a not as stand out art style or something or presentation that this game gets associated with a lot of things that it started, like Kakarot Village. Anyways, we defeated him.
Hey kid, you did quite well. Looks like you maybe getting the yeah. But you have defeated only my fans. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy.
That was very easy, yeah.
When the worthless creation that goes close, I will vanish into the gap between dimensions.
He can just do that from his castle? What a jerk. What a jerk. A lot more people had N64s than had Super Nintendos. True. Heart container. Alright, well, we'll just leave behind this cool art gallery. It would be nice to hang out here a little while longer, but... You can do the Spirit Temple before the Shadow Temple? What do you get in the Shadow Temple? You get... the hover boots? You know, I don't think you need the hover boots for anything in particular outside of like the Shadow Temple and Ganon's castle. They show the Spirit Temple as the song for it before the Shadow Temple in the song list, I think, or maybe in the medallion order. It's destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. Dang. My Nakama. I will stay here as a forest sage and help you. Now please, take this medallion. That's the sound it makes. That lens of truth is just at the bottom of the well. Huh. Maybe I'll try that. I'll save the spookiest temple for last. But the Spirit Temple feels like such a final temple. It's like really big and it has its own plot point like to it with the what's her name, Naburu is exploring it, and then like the two bosses are like the only boss that you engage with before you fight them. God, what are they? Is it? It's not Twin Rova, are they? Is Twin Rova the boss from Majora's Mask? Or is Twin Rova the boss from Wind Waker? I can't remember. The twin... It is Twin Rova. The two witches that are just NPCs in Majora's Mask. Also, hello. It's the new Deku Tree. Hello. Twin Moldus is Majora's Mask. Okay. Hi there, I'm the Deku Tree Sprout. Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot. I'm bad at accents. Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? No, they didn't. I had to play a fucking ocarina song for them.
That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. You must be wondering why only you have grown up.
Well, as you might find, you are not actually a Kokiri. You are actually a Hylian. And then Link is surprised, but no one else is. I like one of his like branches and leaves is coming out of the corner of his mouth, like he's chewing on a piece of straw or something.
Before the King of Hyrule unified the country, there was a fierce war in our world.
See? The world was full of violence. Escaped from the fires of war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. Does the king ever have a name? The King of Hyrule. He does in Wind Waker. Daphne's. King Daphne's Hyrule. Daphnis. Daphne's. Jinkies. Jim Bob. King Jim Bob of Hyrule. Zelda. Zelda is like, I mean, it feels like a mystical sounding name, but it's also just a regular name. Like, people are just named Zelda. It's not that uncommon. Not just because of the game, but like, in this it's like, wow, Zelda. Now Cruds, break the curses on all the temples and return peace to Hyrule. Rome. Daphne's Johansson. That's quite a name. Alright, so we've saved the Kokiri village. We did it. Cruds is just Cruds. It's just the word crud, but with a Z. He likes to keep it simple. He didn't pick the spelling, but he did pick the pronunciation. Okay, I don't think there's anything to do here. The shortening of Griselda. That's cool. Everything comes from something. Nothing exists in a void. Hello, Epona. Epona exists in a void, though apparently she's just been sitting here this whole time. Waiting for the carrot, but the carrot never comes. So I have the hook shot and the bow and arrow. So what do I go do now? I gotta go to Death Mountain. That's my objective. But what do I do? What do I, the player with full agency, choose to do? Ask the chat. Grey Maiden Warrior. That's me. What's this? What's this? Something, something, something. What's this? What's this? Can't believe my eyes, I must be dreaming. What's this? I know like 4 words from an entire song. It's a big poem. Yeah, please. Climb horse. Clim horse. Clim hazard? Cloud's special ability from Final Fantasy VII is it actually translates to climb horse. Climb horse, Sir. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Give me the Poe. Where the Poe at? Oh, it's behind me. Intergalactic mermaid goddess. That's a mood right there. So I know vaguely where all the 4 big Poes are. I think there's 4 of them. There's probably like 12 of them. Am I kidding? But I swear one's through this passage. And they're really tricky to get. Yeah, there they are. See, they disappear when they hit a wall, and there's so many walls around here. How dangerous are the chickens? Very. Yeah, she's not a fan of Link at all. Where's the bow? Is that's... Ah, so close! And I'm out of arrows. That was the big Poe though. Where do I get arrows? There's no like bushes or anything nearby. Normally I just run through some bushes. Yes, this is one empty field. What up? What up? Okay, seriously, did they remove all? Oh no, there's some. Use your feet. Yeah! 11 arrows. That's pretty good. Epona is part lawnmower. Her father was a lawnmower. Yeah, it does. Twilight Princess has a lot more like side quests and stuff too, like overarching ones than just collecting Skulltulas and big Poes. Like it has all the different types of Poes, and then it has the bug collecting, and then it has like secret caves where you can get rupees or pieces of heart. Like it has so much stuff compared to this, which just has like a few holes in the ground. Hello, Indie Cat. You showed up before I finished the game this stream, which is good. I think last night you showed up as I was finishing Mega Man Legends. No! Get away from the wall! Okay, where are you gonna be? Where are you gonna be? Ghost. Ghost. No worries. I've just been ranting about Zelda the entire stream. Where's my ghost? No! What was that? My mission now is to go to the Goron town, but I am running around shooting a bow and arrow at ghosts like a fool. Okay, I got this one. Catch up. You're so fast. Why are you so fast? I missed all of Evo this year. I haven't had the energy for something that hype. It's been tough. But I hear that a gay furry won, so that's good. Sonic Fox has grown way too powerful these past like 3 years. there's someone can run over here and get some arrows. Is there a ghost here? I think there's a ghost here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna watch the Dragon Ball and the Tekken 7 top 8s. I don't even know what people play anymore though. Like, I haven't played many fighting games lately. Oh my god. I really just played Tekken 7 like last year and that was it. Dragon Ball Fighter Z seems really cool, but like I'm not a Dragon Ball Z fan. Like, it's just, there's no nostalgia there for me anymore, so getting into a game that's like 35% loving a franchise very sincerely and 65% incredibly solid fast-paced fighter is like, that just seems like, I don't know. I'd rather be good at like Tekken 7 or something. There are no 2D fighters I'm really interested in right now, it sucks. Fighting Layer EX? Fighting EX Layer? I don't even know what it's called. Alright, fine. Let's just go give this ghost to someone. And then we'll go do the main game, I guess. Yeah, I definitely don't hate DBZ. For a while there, I was like, oh, I don't want anything to do with Dragon Ball. I think it's so bad. And then I was like, eh, no, it's just the same as everything else that people have nostalgia for. It's fine. It's not bad. I'm just being a stick in the mud. And now I'm just like, I accept it. I respect it. Just not particularly interested. There were other shows I liked more at the time, but they weren't as long running as Dragon Ball, I guess. Here you go. You brought a pearl today. Very interesting. This is a big pearl. I'll buy it for 50 rupees. On top of that, I'll put 100 points on your card. If you earn 1,000 points, you'll be a happy man. So there's at least 10 big pearls, that's what they're saying. Roller Coaster Tycoon and watching toilets flush IRL. That's a mood. Yeah, make a Digimon fighting game. I have more nostalgia for Digimon than Dragon Ball. Get on it. Arc System Works. That's the other thing, is I'm not big on Arc System Works fighters. I think DBZ would be the one that I would play. But normally they're just like too fast and too mechanically complicated for what they end up being, as like really fast punchy games instead of like footsies-ish games. I don't know, I'm just probably talking out my ass, but just never been into Arc System Works. But what can you do when the new Street Fighter is bland and uninteresting? Where do you go from there? To Death Mountain, apparently. Hey. Oh, I was gonna give this to them, but I guess. HFOM is wrong. All fighting games are good and valid. But most recent was 2014. No good games are coming out for Digimon these days. They're all weird. I won't be convinced otherwise. I'm talking like take the rights away from Bamco. Bandai Nam. Is that who it is? Bandai Namco? I don't know. Take it away from them. Give it to someone else that actually makes fighting games. I don't know. I was gonna say Dimps, but not Dimps. I don't like Dimps anymore. Street Fighter 5's weird. Give it to Autumn Studios. The Skullgirls people. I love Skullgirls. If you can handle a game with extreme deviant art level titty, Skullgirls is the best fighting game. But like I said, you have to be able to handle a game with extreme anime level titty. They were Lab Zero, but I think Lab Zero, like, they closed that down for some stuff. So they're Autumn games now. I could just be totally fucking wrong. I don't know. Let's show something interesting off. Nope, that's not it. What is the Song of Storms? No. Shit. A left up. Thank you. Wait. Oh, I got you. I got you. A down up. It got me there. It got me there. Yeah. I mean, any video game scene is going to have a history of treating women badly, let's be honest. Huge Ruby. Max out. All went to waste. Oh well, it was still cool. I think the mainstream FGC is getting a little better about it because there's like the tournament backing and stuff, but you know, it's still very intense, competitive, predominantly male scene. Where is everybody? You there. Slow down. So, please slow down. Damn. Oh. I heard you. I know where you are. Fuck. This might take a little while, and I apologize. Can I not reach it? I'll have to go up. Oh, I got him.
How could you do this to me? You're Ganondorf's servant. Hear my name and tremble. I am Cruds, hero of the Gorons.
Whoa, bro. Same though.
What? Your name is also Cruds? Then you must be the legendary Dodongo Buster and hero Cruds. My dad is Darunia. Do you remember him?
Like really intense little Goron.
Dad named me Cruds after you because you're so brave. It's a cool name. I really like it.
Sorry, kid.
Cruds, you're a hero to us Gorons. I'm so glad to meet you. Please give me your autograph. Sign it to my friend, Cruds of the Gorons. Oh, I guess it's not a good time to ask you for this. Please help everyone. My dad, Darunia, went to the forest temple. A dragon is inside.
This hurts. If we don't hurry up, even my dad will be eaten by the dragon. You'd better try to calm him down if you can. Maybe he will calm down if you talk to him. What do you want to ask him? About the dragon. That'll calm him down. Okay, so call me crass, but if you put one letter into Volvasia, it would be a whole different bag of dragon, of chaos dragon, if you will. So I don't know if that's not lewd. I'm saying that it's a representation of the dragon of chaos, and we all know what that means. You're picking up my dog whistles, right? That the Gorons represent order and men, and that the dragon represents Jordan Peterson. What am I saying?
I know, because my dad is a descendant of the hero. Boo-hoo.
Ask about the Gorons. The Fire Temple. Ganondorf followers came and took them all away. Totally believe that this thing represents man. That's funny. Oh, boo, 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 boo. This is literally... I should have named my character Jordan Peterson so that this guy, this crying thing that's afraid of a dragon that's coming to take away all of society, would also be named Jordan Peterson. It'd be a long way to go for that one joke, but... He does need to clean his room. Also, I don't know if any of y'all have seen Jordan Peterson lately, but he looks like he's turning into like a fucking Bond villain or something. The dude is going bananas. He's off his rocker. He looks like he's... I mean, yes, he is. He's always been absolutely bonkers, but now he looks like he's attaining a new level of, and I don't want to use this word because I think it's a shitty word, but a whole new level of crazy. The dude is out of control. His wife having a dream. Yeah, you know, it's so funny because he uses all of this like pseudoscience, emotionally driven babble, like psycho babble instead of actual psychology and psychiatry, to rationalize these really conservative ideas, when normally that's like what people on the left and liberal, outspoken but inactive liberal types are usually attributed to that kind of behavior. Like, oh, I saw it in a dream, and so it must be a prophecy. Like, that's the stuff that people on the right have been making fun of people on the left for like ever. But then here comes JP. He says that his daughter's diet cured his depression and all of his physical ailments. He also said that one time he drank orange juice and then he wasn't able to sleep for a whole month. Because of like he said there was like nitrates in the orange juice that made him unable to sleep for an entire 30 days. He said this on Joe Rogan's podcast, and Joe Rogan was like, wow, that's crazy. And Jordan Peterson was like, yes, it is, isn't it? But you believe me, right? It's fundamental to my entire shtick that you believe me. So, Dan's streaming. It's okay. I'm going to raid him momentarily. As soon as I get into the Fire Temple proper is where I'm going to take a break. But thank you for hanging out. I'll see you all over there. Whoever's leaving for Dan's stream right now, and whoever's staying, you're gonna get the top secret part of the stream begins now, where I divulge secrets of the universe and the dragon, and I learn the bolero of fire. It is something that grows over time, a true friendship, a feeling in the heart that becomes even stronger over time. The passion of friendship will soon blossom into a righteous power, and through it, you will know which— What the fuck are you talking about? We're in a volcano! Sheik, we're in a volcano. This is not the time. This song is dedicated to the power of the heart. Listen to the bolero of fire. I love this song too. Dum, dum, doo, 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 doo. This one is 8 notes. 8 whole notes. Do, 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 do. I love how dramatic that little sequence is too. The like quick cutaways down to the lava and up the side of the little thing. Oh my god! Sheik's on fire, what the hell? Well, bye. Anyways, something really cool. By the way, that song lets us teleport to this warp pad right here. But something really cool about Death Mountain, if you'll notice, there's one big rock there, and one big rock there, and I guess that's Turtle Rock from the original Legend of Zelda. It's just inside Death Mountain in this game. So that's kind of cool. And in we go. Ow. No. And here's the fire temple. Actually, I want to show something that's really cool. When you're outside the fire temple looking into it, instead of like a doorway you open up that loads the next area, there is a texture of the next room at the end of a short hallway. And you wouldn't really notice it unless you look at it, but I think that's so clever. Just a texture of what you would see from standing over here, just on a wall at the end of the hallway. And you don't even get close enough to see it when you run in. But then it's the room. Here it is in 3D. Wow! Isn't that cool? So that's where I'm gonna call it here, and we're probably like just waited long enough that we won't interrupt the pre-show on Dan's stream. I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna open that really quick, mute it. It's gonna be loud for a sec, I'm sorry. No, okay, wait. Yeah, okay, they're still on the pre-show, so I don't want to raid during that. Oh well, oh well. I'll do it anyways. Okay, I'll make Link dance real quick. Ready? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I danced too hard, I'm sorry. Alright, well let's just do that right then. Oh no. How could you do this bad? Okay, I will see you all there. Did that work? I don't think that worked. I don't think that worked. Is it slash? Oh, you're right, you're right. Oh, you're right, you're right. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Okay, I'll see you all there. Well, bye! Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for the donates. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the... And thanks for hanging out in the chat. Bye-bye.